Hey man, let's jump right into it. Last show of the year. Last week we talked about the crash outs, but today we're not going to dwell on the drama and crash outs. Instead, we are celebrating the best and most intriguing and most unforgettable moments of 2024. Let's jump right into it.
In bed, Hailey. This is for her.
What?
You
What's-
know how to answer this. You got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh,
That
you
do?
gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing. You get me?
I
This is the other side of Kirk Franklin prank. This is the reckoning. 2024. The reckoning. In 15 years in Hollywood, no
Never forget this, man.
Is this a highlight though?
How though? I don't know.
That's where I'm at. I'll play for league minimum and earn my money based on incentives. I'm throwing harder. I've developed new pitches. My command's better. I'm still one of the best pitchers in the world. I'd love to prove that. I want a job. I want to go play. And let me just prove that I'm still one of the best pitchers. Let me prove that I have a lot to offer the organization. I want to work together with the team. I want to be a positive in the community, in the clubhouse, on the field, like overall for the game of baseball. I know.
Crazy, man. RJ.
Yes, we had some last week. As you said, we talked about the crashes. We had the crash out shows. On Monday, we had the non-celebrity crash outs of the year. On Thursday, second day of Christmas, we had the celebrity crash outs of the year. If you haven't watched those episodes yet, guys, go check them out after this one. But in today's show, we're gonna talk about the highlight. And as always, we want to hear from you what your favorite moment is of the year. So hit us up and let us know what stood out to you in 2024. Could be one of the topics we're going to talk about today, or it could be something else. So in any case, let us know which story stood out to you the most in 2024. And before we proceed, of course, guys, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button, follow us on our other socials, and also don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification icon. KR.
Yeah, man. Before we jump into the first, I want to thank you for a year of consistency, RJ. We've been dropping shows every week, 2 shows every week the whole year. And we want to thank also the viewers who've been stuck around. Some of you have been day one. Some of you have joined in the last year. Thank you for joining the dots, double thinkers, actually, not double thought, double thinkers. Man, it's been a quite a great ride, and this is the last day of the year, so I want to thank you all before we start the show up, man.
Thank you, KR. Let me give you this.
Can't hear it very well, but I imagine
okay, doesn't matter. It
that's
doesn't
an
matter.
applause for.
Yeah, something like that.
I'll do it myself. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
For me as well, guys. First and foremost, I want to thank the viewers, the followers. Thank you guys for rocking with us. We've been growing. We grew. We had some goals we set at the beginning of the year, and one of the goals was to have like critical thinkers following us, right? So people who are open to dialogue, people who are open to, who do not shy away from expressing their opinions, people who try to move wisely, and people that understand that, you know, at the end of the day in this world, you need to be responsible for yourself and take ownership of your life. So we've seen more and more comments like that. So really, thank you for supporting us. 2024, we look forward to building with you next year. To you as well, KR, I really appreciate your input as well. As you know, I mean, you live in your mama's basement, but I have a job, and so
There has to be a difference, man. Someone has to leech off of someone else.
Yeah. So
you have to have the contrast. A
Yeah,
successful lawyer versus a bum.
yeah,
Combine them, you have double thoughts.
yeah. So I started a job and I
Oh,
have
I
my
can't
firm.
wait until they. I can't wait until they dox me.
No, I can. Uh, but no, I have
It
my
won't. It won't. Like, sorry, I'm interrupting you. It won't end like the dudes that they run up on.
no. But yeah,
Oh man.
I have my firm, I have my client. So it's been really great to have someone who's also involved and also consistent and also believes in the same philosophy. KR content creation isn't that easy. So
It
it's
isn't
always
easy.
like,
It isn't.
guys, I don't know if there are content creators in the chat, please let us know. I mean, you can attest to the difficulty,
Yeah.
the challenges of especially being consistent in dropping videos and creating content. Yeah, we've surpassed people who started ahead of us, but yeah, it's consistency, it's hard work, it's listening to the people as well, listening to your audience, see what they want, see what they like, and try to provide as much value as possible. So yeah, to me as well, I'm look forward to building this platform further in 2025. And guys, stay tuned because there will be an
Changes.
announcement. There will be an announcement in 2025. We can't say too much about it now, but hey, stay tuned. I promise you won't regret it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's jump right into it, man. What do all these people have in common, RJ? Phase On, Ricky Smiley, Steve Harvey, Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, Cedric the Entertainment, Ludacris, Michael Blackson, Kanye and Kim Kardashian, and Taraji P. Henson.
Well, the only thing I can think of, KR, is that, and if I have to quote, paraphrase actually, Shannon Sharp has an unusual allegiance to these losers. I'm kidding, of course. I'm kidding, of course. But these are all people that, yeah, these are all people that Katt Williams talked about on Club Shay Shay at the beginning of this year of 2024.
Yeah, let's take a look real quick at one of the parts of that show, man.
Take away from me as a person, whether you like me or you don't. If you take this from me, you will be a better person. If you decide today that you're going to live every day like it's your last for real, which means have a conversation with yourself every night that, okay, that was it. May not be no more after that. And really count yourself every day like this could have been it. All right. Before I go to bed, this could be it. All right. How's that looking? If you can do that, it'll change your life. You'll really start making decisions and living your life like this all you got. Just this one day. But you could be a winner. You could be a winner on this day. It's just work ethic. And not the work ethic they talk about. They tell you work ethic where they do all these movies. I'm the hardest working man. Well, no, everybody goes to work every day. Right. Yeah. I'm saying, I go to work all the time. Everybody who works goes to work every day. Shut up.
Yeah, man. Legendary interview. I think that interview, we're gonna start off with one of the biggest stories because by far there ain't no better. I think probably most groundbreaking interview we've seen in 2024, and that happened in 3rd of January. It dropped on the 3rd of January, and it's still the most talked about interview we've had the whole year. RJ.
Was it the 3rd of January?
Yes.
Yo, so that set the tone for the year. I think I've watched that episode, I think 3 or 4 times, because yeah, of course, a lot of things he talked about. So Katt Williams and that episode, at least what stood out the most was the attacks, right? Or at least attacks. What he said about the various other celebrities, about how they are plants and so on and so forth. But for people who look to improve themselves, for people who look to, become the best version of themselves each and every single day. This episode has a lot of great nuggets. A lot of great nuggets. You can see someone who, some people get stuck at the controversy. Yeah, he's a controversial figure. Hey,
He's a hater.
he's a hater. This dude is an individual. He's a very intelligent man. He's a very independent man, and he understands how to move. As he describes himself in that interview. He made it a point when he started his stand-up career to get into uncomfortable situations to better his craft. Catering to at least performing in front of white audiences, then performing in front of black audiences, then switching, always meticulously adapting his craft, his material, up to the point where you can perform anywhere in front of any crowd and still be funny. So I think this is a very great interview content wise, and hey, it did very well for Shay Shay, for sure.
For sure.
85
for
million
sure.
at the point of this recording. 85 million views. That's a lot.
And it will stand the test of time because, I mean, a lot of things he talked about were confirmed later on in the year. Even though he was, I mean, don't forget, he's been in putting truth into his comedy from early on. Archie, I'm gonna show a video of one of his early stand-ups, and you tell me what he didn't say during that interview. Fair use. Oh, of course, I need to unmute it.
In Hollywood, you never fucking expected. They be having these big ass mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited as a motherfucker to be at the mansion party. You be looking at all the goddamn rooms, and you fuck around and look in the wrong room and shit. Nigga, come here. Is that two niggas kissing? Is one of them niggas Professor Opie? He came out the closet. Oh my God, rubber. Motherfuckers be gay in Hollywood. You never.
Back then, when this dropped, you thought it was a random joke. I think this dropped somewhere in 2009, probably, from top of my head. 2008 or 2009. I don't know if you can look it up real quick.
What's it called?
Pimp Chronicles, I think.
It's Pimp Chronicles. You also had it's Pimpin'. Pimp Chronicles.
2006. Yeah, so I'm pretty close. 2008, 2000. So that's almost more than 20 years ago, 18 to be exact. Going to 19. He was talking all this stuff already. And it showed to be the truth. Back then, I thought it was a joke. That's the crazy part of his whole thing. We didn't believe him.
I mean, he didn't present it as a truth either, right? He presented it as a joke.
But they always say there's always a level of truth in any joke people make.
Except for Jussie Smollett, because he is a joke, but there's no truth to him.
Let's continue. Yeah, but all jokes aside, man, this was a monumental interview, and I have to commend Shannon for the interview. He let him talk like a good interviewer does. Let him talk. Let him say his piece. And he got a monumental interview out of that. Monumental, because people were responding to it. Ice Cube responded to certain things he said during that interview. We had Faison coming back. Luda, even Luda. He said
Freestyle.
Luda. Oh man, you wanna hear the freestyle? You wanna hear? I have the freestyle on deck. Luda, he talked crazy about Luda and his wife, and Luda dropped a freestyle.
Whatever's heavy on my heart is always on my mind. Like Snoop's cannabis shredder, I'm always on my grind. They throwing shade cause niggas can never take my shine. I bring my watch collection on my jet, let me take my time. Like fine wine, I'm aging like Benjamin. Top 5, I'm worth mentioning. Bring me rappers, I'm lynching them. See the pendulum swing, Jesus with diamond thorns. Ludacris, swallowed in Gucci linens when I was born. Never been Illuminati. Only Illuminati, and I only left with bitches when coming from any party. Now I'm married with kids, the evolution of life. Never been a cloud chaser, never say shit for life. R.I.P. John Singleton. You never have to flex when you earn every one of your fast and furious checks. Afro with the sideburns, yeah, that's my signature. Addictions on the rise, comedians checking temperature.
Still can't reach the level of disrespect that that happened during that interview. That was crazy what he said about Luda. Hey man, everyone could get it. Talked about Steve. Ricky Smiley was also very crazy what he said. Oh man. RJ.
I think that if you look at the impact that the talk had as well, because Kier, what happens if you are by yourself and he's by himself? He's moving by himself. That's what he said. He's planning the shows. I'm planning the shows and coordinating the meetings and hiring the acts and doing the dishes and selling the tickets, and he did all those things by himself. You went for the throat of a bunch of people, KR, and no one touched him. No one did anything to him. They can't. That means that, as he said it, they try to avoid him.
Amen. Amen. Anyway, guys, let
I'm
us know in
curious
the
to see. I'm curious to see if there's gonna be one next
a
year.
new one. A new one. Let's see, man. Do-overs never end as good as the original ones. Sequels, it's hard to top the first one. It's hard to top. And by the way, he said we covered that as well in I think November, when he said that he targeted. It wasn't his intention to end careers, but then he dialed it down.
Yeah, he said, I just have to, because what did he say? He didn't want to hit. He didn't want to throw the death blow.
Yeah, he didn't want to be the unlikable comedian. I think. Well, in a sense, he became two comedians, the unlikable comedian, but to the public, it was like, oh, damn. The hug, friends stuff, that's not really happening. And like you said, there are a couple of guys, I think you said it in Thursday's show, where you said that Tyrese also tried to go viral by talking what he perceived to be the truth for him. But yeah, it's hard to create that organic situation again. So I wonder whether they'll do it again. If they'll do it again early in the year, I hope he sits down with Katt again. I really hope it, because it's great content, man. It's great content. Can't deny that.
And let me just say this about the video you showed. Luda. Luda to me is one of my. I like Luda a lot. But a lot of things in life, man, it's momentum as well. We saw it with Drake and Kendrick. At that point,
Yeah.
Katt was just, I mean, you can't touch him, just like Kendrick. You can't touch him right now. So no matter how hot his rap was, his verse was, it's a matter of momentum. And at that point in time, it was Katt's time.
Yeah, man. Momentum is everything. Once someone is they have momentum, it's hard to stop them. And like you said, with the Kendrick, which we covered as well last Thursday, the momentum was crazy. Whatever the level of this that Drake had to drop to stop that momentum would have been the craziest diss of all time. That's the only way he could have stopped it, and he couldn't. And the crazy part is Kendrick built his own momentum by dropping those 3 songs back to back, like within 3 days. It's like building up really quick, and it was like boom, not like us. And I think this is the same here. You're right. Never thought about that aspect, but momentum is everything. Anything else?
Nothing else from me.
Guys, we want to hear from you. What do you think about this Monumental interview? Have you watched it more than one time? Are you going to rewatch it before the end of the year? Let us know in the comments what you think. Shout out to Shannon Sharp for dropping great content throughout the year as well. I mean, the growth. He has like 3 million subs at this moment. 3 point something, 3 point, I don't know how much exact, but 3.7 right now. Keep on growing, man. Good luck to him. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'll be picking some of the best comments to feature in one of our future videos. So make sure you share your hottest take, RJ.
Yeah, thanks, KR. Yeah, he has like 3.7, as you said. But don't forget Nightcap. Nightcap also has 1.6, which is his other channel.
True.
So
That's true.
yeah. So
You might have to.
but anyway, guys, as KR said, we will be highlighting the best comments. So if you have a hot take, do not hesitate to let us know. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. As you know, here in the Double Touch Show, we discuss trending topics and try to explore uncommon lessons from commonplace situations. So if you have a hot take, let us know, and you might just get a chance to be mentioned in a future show's comment of the week. Let's get the conversation going in the comment section. KR, back to you.
Yeah, man. The second one we're gonna discuss today is also a YouTuber. Well, YouTube duo. They've become basically the most talked about hip hop sports show on YouTube. Talking about Mase and Cam'ron's epic response to Jay Prince. I mean, they've been going viral the whole year. They've had multiple moments where they basically broke down situations perfectly. They also criticize athletes and their performance in the right way sometimes. A lot of times I find myself agreeing with them on how they break down situations. And in this case, it seemed that way as well. But when they basically were discussing Shakur, boxer, who's under Jay Prince management, or at least affiliated with Jay Prince. And, well, Jay Prince had a couple of things to say about this situation. Fair use.
All bets.
Not Jay Prince. Mase and Cam'ron responded to Jay Prince response.
Yeah, I got this one. You gonna take all his fades and take all his shots, and you handle everything out the ring. All right. So then we talking to you then, all right? We starting with you. Since you the big homie, we starting with you. That's how it goes around here. I want to just start off by saying you are so like lacking self-awareness. Like when you give such a lackluster performance and then you think you can make threats to people because you gave a lackluster performance, pause. You don't have the right to tell me what I should like or to tell Cam what he should like. That's not your place. Like art is subjective, right? So if art is subjective and I don't like something, you can't really get mad at us because we don't like something. And you're standing there with two Hall of Fame boxers that are constantly letting their hands go. So I think is crazy that Andre Ward let his hands go. Terrence Crawford definitely let his hands go. And then you walk out with these boxers and you don't tell the next guy to let his hands go. This is a lapse of judgment. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. When you're dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little niggas. Like the way you talking, I don't get what you mean. We're not your little niggas. Like for real, all that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas. Little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas, so we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't, and for me, I never respected niggas in the streets. That's why I always got the problems I got.
This was crazy.
Clear. Yeah, this was viral. It popped up on my IG feed like, I think 5 to 15 times for sure. Especially this part.
Yeah, the little nigga. Oh man.
Hey, we are not yo lil ninjas. Lil ninjas have big homies. We're not your lil ninjas, and we don't respect big homies. But what this is highlighting as well, KR, is that, and it's becoming more and more clear in the urban community, there's always this back and forth, right? And I forgot who said it. He said, when a white dude says it, you don't say anything. You come for the black dude. And I do think that there's some truth to that. It's like, hey, you're not allowed to say anything. And then we start threatening each other. And then we start
that's crazy.
talking ish. But hey, are you really going to do something? Yes. And I hope that things stay at talking. But people are so sensitive. And hey, there's always this back and forth because a white anchor might say the same thing, but it won't. But a boxer or an artist will never react to that person unless his name is Skip Bayless. But all other people, they won't.
I think you know what's the thing, RJ. And I think during when we covered this earlier this year as well, I said this kind of in a different way, but I think a lot of times, let's call it, blacks see each other as equal, even though they're not. You're just another black guy. I could have billions. They will still see me as equal. We're not equal. And that's the problem a lot of times, right? They look at the anchor, let's call it, for like a white anchor who's covering this. They'll see them as an anchor and someone who's of the media. They look at these guys, and these guys, I mean Cam'ron and Mase, of course. They look at them as fellow ninjas, equally to me, which is not the case. That's why the disrespect goes to these levels. Could you imagine a manager trending a white anchor because he said something crazy? Well, not crazy. He said the truth about this boxer. I'm pretty sure that would never happen. Not even Max Kellerman would have gotten threat. Then Max has been talking crazy stuff for the longest. So I think that's the thing right here, right? They see you as equal. They think you're equal. You see that all over the place. And that's not only to athletes or these responses. You see the same with how people treat each other when the boss talks to you, a white boss versus a black boss of a manager, black manager versus white manager, owner.
Or the white boss versus your black husband.
He got cooked. Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh? He got cooked.
Yes, sir.
Ice
No,
Cube.
sir. Yes, sir. No, sir.
If I
Then
speak,
you
I
get
am in
home to
big
the
trouble.
dude you used to call
In
king.
big trouble, and I don't want to be in big trouble. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble, and I don't want to be in big trouble.
When you
If I
get
speak, I am
home,
in big trouble. In big trouble.
My
and
tape
I don't
is
want to
stuck.
be in big trouble.
I don't know why.
If I speak, I am in
I don't know
big
why.
trouble. In big trouble, and I don't want
Hey,
to be
you're
in
right
big
about that though. Can't deny that.
yeah. They'll take it from the white boss, but not the black king. That's
The
crazy.
man who provides you a stress-free life. We might be paying everything. And still, you get the disrespect.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you're just another N-word. Just like the bum she used to date. That's the crazy thing. Hey, it is what it is. So,
It is what
I
it
mean, people have to change their minds, and I think this is a good step towards that. And I think people have to be aware of who they are, and maybe they will become better. I don't think so. Actually, you know what I usually say. Believe how people, if the people show you who they are, believe them.
Believe him. Yeah.
Believe them. They're not gonna change. They're gonna change. Maybe if they see dirt without a nap, but otherwise they won't change. So time will tell. Time will tell. Anything you want to add about this?
No, nothing else. I have
Anything
to
else
say
you
at
wanna
the
add?
beginning. What? I
No,
was
no.
just
Said anything else you want to add?
yeah. So at the beginning, I only watched the highlights of Cam and me, so it is what it is, because those were always the funny ones. But I had to get accustomed to the format because it's a great format. It's like a very informal format. They do dress up, but it's great if you have the time to just sit, relax, and press play. It's a great, very great episode. So I think they found a niche, and a lot of people are coming for them or talking trash about them, and they talk back. So yeah, that's it for me, man.
As they should. Guys, drop your thoughts below. Do you think Cam and Mase, it is what it is, sports show is one of the highlights of 2024? In particular, this response to Jay Prince. Let us know in the comments. Drop your thoughts. We'll be picking some of the best comments to feature in one of our future videos. And make sure you share your hottest take.
Yes, guys. Remember to share your hottest takes with us. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates. Thanks for watching. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. KR, what do you have next?
No, well, we have next the meteoric rise of Hailey Welch, also known
you gotta
as
get
the
In bed, Hailey. This is for her.
What?
You know how to answer this. You got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck to and spit on that thing. You hear me?
I don't get you. I think you got to demonstrate.
Huck to and spit on it. Spit on it.
Who would have thought this would go viral and it would spark a career that would go through the roof and even before the end of the year going
through
back
the ground.
RJ.
Yeah, it went through the roof at the beginning of the year and through the ground at the end of the year. This was a very spontaneous moment.
Yep.
I saw some interviews of her afterwards, and she said, "No, I just that's what I do. I just speak my mind. My family knows it already. They already know who I am, how I am. This is, the type of person I am." And yeah, she was growing in popularity. As from what I understand, she asked the guy to take off the video. He didn't. So then he said, "Okay, if you're not gonna take down the video, then I would have to. I'm just gonna try to get as much as possible from it." And so hey, say what you want. She had like very interesting conversations. She was invited to very interesting podcasts. Um, I mean, she doesn't have like depth in her way of talking. She's like a very superficial. At least
Simple.
she comes across as superficial. But hey, those are the people that the companies like to use the most to broadcast. Shout out to Kim K. And so
You're trying to burn my link, man. What are you doing?
no, but yeah, so she went on a couple of things, but hey, and I think we discussed a couple of weeks ago how one of her latest endeavors didn't end so well.
Yeah, so basically I'll go back to the beginning. Of course, these guys made the video also go viral by posting it multiple times. Like you said, she asked to remove it. Then she got management. Management tried to buy it. And then they tried to sue once these guys didn't want to sell the footage. So yeah. And then the disrespect started. So at that point, I already knew I was having a feeling that it wasn't gonna last forever. Because once you start attacking the source of your fame, so to say, it will create bad karma. And they sue these guys for about $1 million, from what I heard. Not sure what happened. She also went on interviews and said this, for example.
Have you talked to that dude? Have you said thank you?
Fair use.
Tell him thank you for what?
Making you famous?
Well, see, we reached out to him and I asked him to stop posting those videos, and he never did. He blocked us all and everything. So I'm not telling him thank you for anything.
Really? So you reached out to go, hey, would you chill on that? And he blocked you?
'Cause, I mean, he'd post one, I'd be like, oh, that's it. Here would come another one. A few days later, I was like, man, maybe that's it. Here come another one. Then just so on.
So in the beginning, you just wanted it to all go away, make it stop, and you just continue life at home and at the spring factory. And then now, since he wouldn't stop, you're just like, okay, what does this make possible for me?
Yep.
And like you said, one thing follows the other. And here we are with the Haktua coin. Fair use.
Be going to jail. You don't know who she is. Hailey Welch went mega viral at the beginning of the year for talking about giving a BJ. And she took advantage of this opportunity by creating a podcast called Tua Talks, which Mark Cuban just recently went on. And then just recently, Hailey launches Hot Coin, a meme coin that I think is going to end up being the end of her. So here's what happened. She starts promoting it because she's an influencer. It launches and it skyrockets, goes up 900% with a $500 million market cap. And then within an hour, the entire thing falls out. And then all the retail investors lose all their money. And then all the allegations start flying about insider trading. As this started happening, her team went into cleanup mode and started putting out there that they are not selling their coins. But you can't hide things on the blockchain. And it started coming out that the team was dumping. And now today, you have investors filing complaints with the SEC, and you already have a class action suit forming. So what do I think is going to happen? As somebody who owns an investment firm and has a following online, do I think she did this on purpose? No. I think she's young, immature, and inexperienced, and didn't realize what she was doing. And I guess you can add got bad guidance. But here's what I know about the SEC. They don't care. You can tell them that you just didn't know, and they will hold zero weight to it. And so because 1, they don't like crypto, and 2, they don't like influencers marketing it, and 3, it looks like she did things you very clearly can't do, I think she ends up doing jail time for this.
Crazy.
That would be crazy.
Rise and fall. This is like
Ignorance.
ignorance, but hey, you cannot blame ignorance for these things.
Can't you? I'm not blaming. So just to be clear, I'm not blaming. I'm saying
No, I'm saying in court, you can say, "Hey, I didn't know. I didn't
you
know,
can say
Judge."
it. You can say
Oh,
it.
well, we see how that happened with the guy who jumped over the bench. I didn't know, Judge. 26 years.
Yeah.
Haktua. Now he has to Haktua for 26 years.
Yeah.
Let's hope he doesn't. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Nah, but it would be crazy if this ends that way, where you basically it's like the what's the guy again, RJ? With the
SBF.
Nah. With his event, which we covered multiple
Billy
times.
McFarland.
Billy. This is like Billy 2.0. This can end up being Billy 2.0. The craziest part.
Because Billy is a no
Well, Billy is a legit one. He's a legit
scammer.
Won't use the name because we might get sued. But he's a real one. He's been doing his thing.
A convicted scam
and he's
artist.
restarting it. Huh?
A convicted scam artist.
Well, he is convicted. That is true. He can't sue us. He is a convicted scam artist. Yes. You're right. They want to use the word, but you're right. He was convicted and he has to repay. That's why he's organizing the same thing again. Might have to, Hailey might have to watch her back because I think first of all, the thing is and one thing you need to learn and teach your kids is it's no one's business to teach you how to do business. You cannot stay ignorant. In this case, she shouldn't have been ignorant in the things she was dabbling into, meme coins and stuff like that. You should be aware of what the risks are. You should know more than what you're going to get paid to do, what you're going to get paid to do. Know the risk, because at the end of the day, they're going to hold you accountable for this. You're responsible for your followers losing up and about 300, 400 million, 500 million. Try to repay that with a podcast.
The thing is, you don't know what you don't know. And if you don't know that you should know before you do, then, I mean...
That's not an excuse, RJ. I know a lot.
I'm not saying that's an excuse. I'm not saying that's an excuse. I'm just saying cause and effect right now. I'm just saying cause and effect. For example.
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
For example, women say they want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
They can tell you exactly how the wedding should be. Ask them if they ever read a book about marriage.
The only thing you have to ask them: are you willing to? Are you willing to become a wife?
They're not. A lot of people are not willing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And well, that's not the purpose of this show. So we can discuss that in a different show.
Guys, let us know in the comments what you think about. Should we talk a little bit more about these topics?
Yeah.
Other than Haktua, should we put it behind paywall? So we create a community of people who think about more than just what we discuss on a weekly basis. There are a lot of topics we want to cover, and let us know which topics you want to cover in 2025. But hey, man, it's gonna be a very interesting 2025 for her. Um, I hope she gets out of this and learns, but sometimes it's too late. It's too late, and it's no one's business to teach you how to do business. So whatever you're going to invest in or you're gonna promote, you should know the risk, the advantages, and the pros and cons, basically, of what you're doing. Because ignorance is not a defense in court. You're gonna get railroaded if you try to plead ignorance. But yeah, the end of the day, wish her all the luck, because luck she'll need. Anything you want to add?
Nothing else to add from my end. I think we can move to the. Is this the final topic, or do we
No,
have,
we have
more?
two more. We have two more. We have two more. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think. Drop your comments below. We'll be picking the best comment to feature in one of our future videos. Share your hardest take.
Yes, we
RJ.
will be highlighting some of the best comments in our next video. So if you have a hot take, let us know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates. Thanks for watching. Let's keep the conversation going. Comments.
Amen. One of the last topics we're gonna cover today. Yeah, man. One of the last topics. One man puts a country on his back, or one man puts woman of a whole country on his back. You tell me. We're talking, of course, about the legendary Baltazar Engonga. And you can say maybe this is a crash out or maybe this is a highlight. For social media, there was a highlight. The amount of skits, jokes, people talking about it, it was crazy. No, people who didn't know where Equatorial Guinea was suddenly know the country and they want to visit to take a picture with the legend. Imagine, RJ.
They don't need to fly all. They realize that they don't need to fly all the way to Thailand to enjoy the same perks. They can also go to the motherland.
To the motherland. Imagine, RJ, that you sleep with so many women that they accuse you of financial fraud. Let's call it fraud. To stop you. Fair use. Look at the man. They locked his left leg, his right leg. And of course, they couldn't forget the middle leg, the baby leg. My brother, why are your head that low? Put your head up. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is the man who they look at him. He's walking. He can't run. They put him at the back. My biggest question is why they put a woman in the front. This guy is a legend. Let's keep it to that. Let's keep it to that. Oh man, this was a crazy story. How many women did he have?
I know how many women they had, like
tapes. Yeah, he had 400 tapes.
400 tapes. Yeah, I didn't have. I don't, because some tapes were with the same women.
Yes,
with the same women.
multiple ones. Yeah, he slept with his brother's wife, the cousin, sister, the country's president's sister, the wife of the Director General of Police, spouses of 20 ministers, his
Also,
uncle's pregnant wife.
yeah, the uncle's
Bro,
pregnant wife. Yeah, that's the one that.
this man is just unstoppable. Was at least until they chained his legs.
Hey man,
RJ.
yeah. To me, the chain seem a bit excessive. I don't mind like the hands, but I mean, it seems to be more
Where is he running to?
seems to be more like a humiliation. You know, like you sleep with my wife, we're gonna humiliate you and treat you like a. By the way, you know who I heard transferred to that? I don't know if you saw this story. It didn't catch a lot of attention. But you know who was transferred to that same jail, that same institution? It was the female guard of the UK. She heard that there the one they caught the
Yeah.
the one they caught doing it in with the prison with the convict.
that
Well,
was
she
a crazy
requested a
story.
transfer because she can't get the job anymore in the UK. So
Hey, OnlyFans about to be lit.
only sells.
Only sells. Hey, man. And we covered this two shows. We covered this two shows. If you search for Baltasar Ngonga on our channel, you'll find it easily. We first, of course, the announcement that this happened, and also we looked a bit more further what the reason is, what could be the reason, and it seems like politically driven, other than only the fact that he was sleeping with all these guys' wives. What seems to be also a power grab, a power struggle in a sense. So, hey man, time will tell. It will still be a crazy moment in 2024. Like I said, I don't know if it's a highlight of a crash out, somewhere in between, because no one heard of Equatorial Guinea before this, and suddenly it was the hottest country in Africa, only by one man. Only by one man. By the way, 400 tips.
The Genghis
400
Khan. The
Genghis Khan
of Africa.
Africa. The Genghis Khan of Africa. People have to start doing paternity tests now, just to make sure he wasn't slipping by his home or their home to do a visit. Family, friends. This man walked by women and they get pregnant. That uncle needs to do the paternity test.
Yeah, shooting the club up. I don't know if he shot the club up, but I mean to sleep with your uncle's wife, pregnant wife. Come on, man. Your brother's wife.
You gotta be. This is next level horny. I mean, you gotta be really up there to sleep
What
with
does it say about the women that did it with him as well? So, I mean, were all of them not satisfied with their partners? Did Balthazar have like unlocked special powers? I mean, if you want to do it, if you're horny,
the
that's
special
one thing,
power is
right?
punching in their gut.
Maybe he was scrambling their eggs.
The kid was getting, oh, mama, stop. That kid is gonna be retarded. No. My bad. Before you guys, I didn't mean retarded. I said mentally retired. That's how we say it here at the Double Dutch Show. He's gonna grow. Yo, what the heck? Yo, hey, are you lying up with Renato? Bro, are you lying up with Renato on the other side? What the heck are you doing?
Oh
You're on
man.
mute.
Oh man.
Going Lionel Moreno over there.
Was I?
I saw what's.
No, I think it was here. It was
Okay, maybe anyway.
it was just let me just put it like this. Just to be clear, in the spirit of it is what it is, because we talked about it is what it is. It was just I was laughing so hard. That was it. I wasn't Lionel Moreno, and I wasn't foaming at the mouth either.
And you wasn't actuating either.
Yo.
Oh man, last one of the year, man. Guys, before we go to the last topic of today, want to hear from you. What do you think about this Baltasar and Gonga situation? Is it a highlight or is it a low light? Or is it a crash out? Let us know in the comments what you think. And we'll be picking some of the best comments to feature in our future video. So make sure you share your hottest take. RJ.
Yes, share your hottest take with us. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon for more updates. Remember to comment so you get a chance to be mentioned in a future show, more specifically in the comment of the week section. Thank you for your support. Keep engaging, and we can move to the last and final topic, guys, for 2024.
Yes. We're going to close out the show with someone we've been covering on both our defunct or not more working sports channel. We moved the topic to the main channel, back to the main channel. Those were surely great shows. Fun shows to talk about, but hey, we need to focus. Yeah, the Double Talk Show, we focus.
Yes.
We focus like Baltasar and Gonga. We focus on the prize. Now, but all jokes aside, Trevor Bauer, man. Trevor has been fighting allegations for a couple of years. They kicked him out of the MLB. In 2023, he was able to clear his name after a woman falsely accused him of heinous things, SAing, and excessively choking, among others. And another woman claimed that he was, well, let's hear it from himself. Fair use.
Sexual assault just got indicted for committing felony fraud against me. Imagine that. Let me catch up to speed. In the last 3 years, 2 women have taken legal action against me. Lindsay Hill started all of this. You may remember her from this video as the girl who set me up and lied to the world in an attempt to take my money. Well, today, the only other one, Darcy Adana Esimonu, has been criminally indicted for committing felony fraud against me and another man. So now she's facing up to 16 years in prison. Her claims are even more absurd than Lindsay's were, so here's some of the details. We had one plain sexual encounter in December of 2020, nothing that could be considered remotely rough. She initiated it, but don't take my word for it, take hers. This is a picture and text message she sent me the next morning explaining why she came on to me. And for months afterwards, she repeatedly requested to sleep with me again. For example, this text from January 7th, 2021. At one point, she even requested a sample of my sperm so she could have my child whenever she wanted to in the future. Now, it's hard to keep track, but she's made at least 4 7-figure demands over the last few years. More than a year after the one time we slept together, and only after Lindsay Hill made up her false allegations, Adana retained a lawyer. She then demanded $3.6 million and claimed I forced her to have an abortion, leaving her emotionally devastated and irretrievably damaged by it. But here's the thing, she never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant, and that's corroborated by her own medical records. When I refused to pay her the $3.6 million she was asking for, she made up a bogus sexual assault claim and filed a civil suit against me. In that version of her story, she claimed, for the first time by the way, that there was non-consensual sex, but her texts from the next morning show what actually happened. Remember this text in which she explains why she came on to me? She also claims that instead of an abortion, she actually had a miscarriage, but that's impossible, of course, because again, she was never even pregnant. We now have emails between her and the first 2 law firms that dropped her, in which they acknowledge they never had any evidence to support her claims, but they'll try to get my money anyway.
You can see 750 to 3.6. Have a beautiful day, Adana. Yeah, man. Trevor was kicked out of the league for these accusations, and we've seen more of these accusations. We talked about it during the crash outs of celebs last Thursday. One thing we always keep in mind in these situations, we keep these stories. That's why we cover both sides, because I think you have to have a clear view of what is happening out there. And that there are also people that are lying, plain liars, money hungry people. They want to get an easy come up. Or sometimes you got to blame the person as well, because you got to verify who you're sleeping with. Can be out here slinging free baby leg. You have to be very careful, because people are, I think you learned by now, but sometimes, it cost them probably cost them $1 million, more than $1 million. He probably would have been making 120 million right now. That's a good thing that he got exonerated, but hey, costly. Because now he was pitching in Japan, now he's pitching in Mexico. He's trying to get back in the game, going back to getting closer and closer. So I hope he gets back in MLB, because he's always been a great pitcher. But hey, man, 120 million at minimum. RJ.
Yeah. It's what you said, right? So you work hard to get far in life. But life is, it's a bit, life seems to be a bit cruel sometimes, because the harder you work, the more you get rewarded, but then you might get rewarded too much. And if you don't stay humble, and beautiful women are jumping left and right, all wanting your attention. It's easy for you to get women. These women are throwing themselves at your feet, and then you have to be strong enough to say no. I don't want to do it, but how can you? How can you? And why would you if you have so much options? Well, it's just one mistake, or in this case, two mistakes, and then they will come for you and start accusing you of a lot of things. And whether it's true or not, KR, he got thrown out of the league, the MLB, for two people who apparently lied. Yeah, it is what it is. We carry the consequences of our choices. Remember, Kobe also had that case, that R case.
Yeah, that case was crazy, by the way, because at the end, they had like 6 different body fluids in her panty that she gave.
She was a freak. Yeah,
There are things I want to talk about. Those are not the focus of this show. I'm gonna say the same with you. What you said earlier, I think we can dive deeper into that, because there are some things that sometimes when women get into certain situations, it triggers other things. But yeah, it's a crazy story. Freak, definitely a freak, and you got to be very careful, because like we talked about last Thursday, right? I'll keep crediting CGA for this, Coach Greg Adams. You said seems like women are moving from divorce, getting money via divorce, to lawsuits. So if you're a wealthy man, you have a considerable income, 6 figures up. Now, I'm not talking about 110. I'm talking about 200, 300, 400. You got to be very careful, because people will target you.
Yeah.
Even if you're right below the 6 figures, they will target you. There will be always someone who will target you if you have enough money, either trapping you with a kid, or with an SA lawsuit.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It's a shame that he got into this. But sometimes as well, the thing is, and I think that's something that more men should do, is be be more responsible about the situation they get themselves in. I don't victim blame only one side of the spectrum. I'll victim blame both sides. You're a victim, yes, but you got into this situation by your own doing.
Yeah. Difficult, man. Difficult.
Yeah.
I think it's better if you just, especially if you're like high profile, it's better just to date someone and date that person if the person has something to lose as well. If the person has something to lose, that's always better. Because, for example, in Cassie's case with Diddy, for Cassie to come out, Cassie is Cassie. She's not like the best R&B artist out there, but she's a well-known name. So for that person to come out against Diddy, hey, that's different. That's it takes a lot for you to do that, But Debbie No Name, who cares? So then she has nothing to lose, everything to gain. Why wouldn't she?
The question is, should you date normies? Let's call it more normies for a
Yeah,
lack of better word. This is like a normie situation. Or should you, and this is a question, this is also the thing you need to think about, right? Should you just hire, if you want to do a one-night thing, should you just hire a professional?
You got to pay her, though.
If you have the money, you don't pay her to stay, you pay her to leave. That's what they say, right?
Yes, but if you don't have the money,
RJ, what is I'm talking about guys with money right now. What is cheaper? Paying the professional or getting a lawsuit that will cost you your reputation and money?
listen, paying a professional is cheaper. I agree with you. But sometimes you get yourself in a Terrell Lewis situation and you don't have the money. So then you have to run.
Yo, guys, if you don't know what he's talking about, go watch Thursday's show. That was a crazy crash out. You're right about that one. That's an angle. I didn't. Yeah, keep your money.
And I forgot who was talking about it. He said, who was it? Was it Kill? I don't want to name names. I don't know who it was. I don't want to. Sounds like something.
Pierce was showing his girlfriend, and he's talking about
no, but
Paul
somebody
Pierce.
said, you just pay some. You just pay. He just pays. Like for Sam, he has like a couple of girlfriends in different cities, and then he pays like $4,000 a month or something. So it's like,
if you have the money, that's the best way to go forward.
It's like a retainer.
Yeah.
So he pays them, and then there's no problems, and then you have a relationship. Or maybe it was a woman who said it. A woman who was getting paid on an individual. Something I watched like a while ago. But then, so the whole business model is okay. I pay you. It's like a retainer. I take care of you while we're together, but we both know that it's not really serious. I don't have a wife, but I don't want something serious either. I just want. I just want to have someone when I get there, and then that's it.
Yeah,
And the woman, I think it was I think it was a woman who had such a deal who said it, and then of course, when the guy is in, she takes care of him, not only like the intimate part, but it's just like a girlfriend experience,
Yeah,
So it's hey, if it works for you, it works for you, but. A lot of people want a lot of things and they're not willing to pay for it. And oftentimes, I mean, you can agree or disagree, but hey,
men a lot of times men want to be cheap. That's the problem. So I think that's something maybe we can talk about that more in 2025.
And if you don't have the money, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, you shouldn't be blowing your money on Putanga, man. Try to get it first. Anyway, guys, wish Trevor all the luck on his road back to MLB. I hope he gets a shot because there's a lot of bum pitchers out there. He's better than a bunch of dudes that are throwing right now. So they have to give him a chance, man. They should.
Oh, you said pitchers.
What did you think I said?
Itches. you said
Bro.
you said there
I
we were
said
talking
pictures,
about
man. I said pictures, man. Bum pictures. What the heck?
so it's like okay, so it's the end of the year. Let's crash out. This is the last episode of the year.
No, you want to crash out. I don't want to crash out. Yo, guys, let us know what you think about this situation, man. Trevor is back. His slate is clean. But will the MLB give him a chance? Let us know in the comments what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll be picking one of the best comments to feature in one of our future videos. Make sure you share the hottest take, RJ.
Yes. Hey, so what can we learn from the stories we discussed today? All these stories have one thing in common. They highlighted the best moments. And of course, some things, KR, as you said, some things are borderline crash outs or maybe full crash outs. But to us, they were definitely highlights. So hey, in 2024, it was a year of comeback surprises, moments that reminded us why we love pop culture. For Mase Cam'ron's epic return to the power of a great interview with Katt Williams. This year showed us that creativity and authenticity still shines through. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching and listening. Thank you for joining us as we celebrated the best of 2024. Don't forget to subscribe, share your favorite highlights with us on social media, and stay tuned for more deep dives into the stories that matter. We'll see each other in 2025. In the meantime, let's have a healthy conversation in the comment section. And until next year, deuces.
Deuce. And next year is a couple of days, so we'll be dropping the next show as well, guys. Ain't no stopping us.
Ain't no stopping, man. Ain't no stopping.
I want to make a joke, but should I make
Me
it?
too.
The joke goes like this. Ain't no way stopping. Yeah. Hey, guys, see you next year, man. Peace.